लाखों पॉडकास्ट है हम मगर ये दिल का तोहफा देने उसे आए हैं. Has it aged well? Has it aged well? कर A.R. रहमान कर सकता है ये.
Confidence है Urjita.
Hello and welcome to Has It Aged Well. My name is Abbas and that was my co-host Urjita Vani.
Pankaj Udas.
I was gonna say giving Kavita Krishnamurti a run for her money.
Yeah.
Yes. That song was from the 1999 film Baadshah. I was all of 11 years old when it came out. Urjita, how old were you? Were you old?
-1, I think.
You were a intention in your parents'.
No. I was less than 1. It may be 10 or 11 months old.
Okay. Oh, nice. And to discuss Baadshah with us in the studio is writer extraordinaire. He writes TV shows, web shows, movies, streaming, live shows. Your daughter's birthday party, if you want a writer for that, he'll do it.
Yeah. Writes everything under the sun.
Yes. But honestly, he's written for talk shows, he's written for variety shows, and he's written for web shows. Please welcome to the show, Dhruv Deshpande.
Hello, what's up guys?
Nice. Dhruv, I like your spiky hair. It's like a...
It's my podcast
nice
look.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Dhruv. You're someone who the general comedy public will probably not know about. You used to do stand-up way back, but you've written all sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And I literally mean all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, because like Abbas and I, like we both, all of us go like way back.
Yeah.
Abbas and I used to write like stuff, 10 years ago?
About right. I would like to say we've written a show for a streaming site when they were launching, which starred Baba Sehgal.
Oh yeah.
Which, to give you an example how dedicated a writer Dhruv is, I left after the first episode, but he wrote the whole thing.
And then I didn't write fiction for 5 more years. Before starting again. And Urjita, like, I know Urjita because we've
live in Kalyan and Thane.
We've written Bollywood, yeah. We've written Bollywood chat shows together where she used to be like my
understudy?
Scam researcher.
Ooh.
Where like people would think Dhruv ko knowledge है, but no, it's Urjita. So like I don't know why she's called me here on a Bollywood podcast.
So Dhruv was the first guy to give me a gig in this industry. So I was all of 18 or 19 and I did an
Not
open
very long
mic.
ago.
तो कैसे 50 साल की उठी है तुम दोनों की माँ लगती हूँ मैं. So at an open mic Dhruv saw me and मैंने ऐसा भी kill नहीं किया था उस दिन, but कुछ तो Bollywood reference मारा था and then he was like, ये सुन काम करेगी क्या 500 रुपए के लिए? And then
Guys, it wasn't 500
no, it was 1500. It was 1500.
Oh yeah, I remember what.
I remember. So it was an award show and उसका interview लिखना था. छोटा सा ही part था वो and so when he said 1500 for me that was a lot.
Of course,
क्योंकि मेरा pocket money 50 रुपए था. So I was in college at that time. So then I said yes and I did it and I remember I wrote the whole thing, ठीक है, और मैंने ध्रुव को WhatsApp पे भेजा था उसका आधा part. He said this is very good, तू पूरा document कल मुझे mail कर देना, आज रात तक mail कर देना, ठीक है. मैंने I didn't know bad internet problems भी हो सकते हैं. मैंने पूरा लिख दिया, ठीक है. मैंने ध्रुव को मेल भी किया और मैं इंटरनेट बंद करके सो गई. एंड वो सेंड उसको हुआ ही नहीं था. और सुबह सुबह उसको 8 बजे जाना था अवार्ड शो में. तो ही इज लाइक अरे वेयर इज द मेल, आई कैंट सी द मेल एंड मैं सो रही हूँ एंड ही इज कॉन्स्टेंटली लाइक कॉलिंग मी, अरे किधर है एंड देन फाइनली आई वोक अप ऑन टाइम. मैंने उसको भेजा.
But no, that's how I know her sister very well because she's the alarm clock when Urjita misses us.
But yeah, we went on to do many gigs after that.
What award show was being shot at 8:30 in the morning?
Was it 8:30 morning? Was it a meeting?
Can we? No, it was an award show only.
Wow, okay.
It was
and you say Bollywood doesn't wake up early.
I think maybe a meeting or something.
Can we name it? Can we name the award show?
I don't even know what you're talking
Lux
about.
Lux tha.
Oh, achha,
Lux Beauty, I remember.
No, I think it was some evening thing only, but like सुबह जाके वो
to
channel को दिखाना था.
Correct. The host needs the script by morning. That kind of shit. Cool. Alright, so the film we're discussing today is 1999's Baadshah, directed by Abbas Mastaan, starring Shahrukh Khan, Johnny Lever, Twinkle Khanna. I think Johnny Lever as a credit should come before Twinkle Khanna because he does a lot more in this film than her. We'll talk about all that and more with Dhruv on the other side of this break. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe to IVM Pop, like all the other videos and this one as well, and check out the other shows on this particular channel. And if you're listening to us on an audio platform, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you're listening to. We'll see you on the other side of this break.
Hi, this is Cyrus Rogan Brocha, pyar se Rogues. I've come up with a brand new idea. It's a premium product called Club Cyrus Says. It's an offer open just for you. Let me tell you about the product. We've got exclusive Cock and Bull episodes just for you. That's right, just for you. That means others don't get to see it. Also, you get exclusive footage, extra bits, the uncut version of the interviews with celebrities. And these are huge celebrities, not small-time celebrities. Only the big guys come on the show. So you'll get the exclusive bits that nobody else gets. The extra tidbits, special stuff, uncensored stuff you don't want to put out. That's just for you. And for our audio listeners, you get special ad-free content and early access to interviews and sessions and podcasts which nobody else will get. You'll get it first. You're the first people. You're Neil Armstrong. You're Edmund Hillary. You're whoever discovered India. You're that. And by becoming an exclusive member of Club Cyrus Says, you get the power. We transfer the power to you and you become the producers and you will decide what content or what happens on that show. You are the masters and we can't use words like that. People who work for the masters, basically. So guys, get in. Special audio features include, I forget. I can't remember what the hell.
And we're back on Has It Aged Well with Urjita and Dhruv. So, Urjita, you said you were like 10, 11 months old. So, I'm assuming you would have seen this film a little later.
Yeah.
Dhruv, do you have memories of watching this film as a young
So
kid?
it came out when I was 6 and that was too early, I think, to go to the movies and all. But I watched it on TV when I was 10 and like, yeah, it changed my life completely.
In what way?
So I was this chubby clown, class clown.
Right.
But like after watching the movie, I knew that even I could be badass because like it's a Joker who's doing badass things.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, it completely changed my life. Like I asked my mom for like that sleeveless top that he had, and like it's the only movie I was like crazy about. So I watched it after about 15 years. तभी देखा था, अभी वापस देखा, and yeah, for me it's aged well. Like, spoiler alert.
पहले ही बोल रहा
मैं बोल के रख रहा हूँ.
About the sleeveless shirts, though, there was a phase in Shah Rukh's career when he would wear these polo sport.
उसको सैंडो बुलाते थे ना, नहीं?
Really? I don't know. I have no
कुछ
idea.
होता है मैं भी था.
Kuch hota hai, man. There was like this whole phase that he had.
Yeah.
But this is the first Abbas Mastaan film that we are doing on this show. And I think recapping Abbas Mastaan film plots is the most difficult thing ever. So I wouldn't even go into that. The plot of this film is all over the place. But I have some opinions about that.
मैं short में समझाऊँ क्या plot?
Sure, go,
Yeah.
give it a shot.
So, okay, give it. So, शाहरुख डिटेक्टिव है, ठीक है. शाहरुख डिटेक्टिव गिरी से लोगों को उल्लू भी बनाता है, लोगों की मदद भी करता है, बट ही इज़ नॉट एक्सट्रीम रॉबिन हुड, ऐसा भी नहीं है. तो शाहरुख के पास ट्विंकल का चाचा टाइप कोई तो आदमी आता है और वो बोलता है कि मेरी जो ही सेज ही पोजेस एज हर फादर कि जो मेरी बेटी है, मुझे मेरे दोस्त के बेटे से इसकी शादी करानी है, पर उसके सर से लव मैरिज का भूत नहीं जा रहा है. तो एंड देन बिफोर ही कुड एक्सप्लेन एनीथिंग, शाहरुख बीइंग द गाय, ही नोज, ही अंडरस्टैंड कि मैं समझ गया, मुझे आपकी बेटी के सर से
context, और मुझे ब्रेन ट्यूमर है.
हाँ, और मुझे ब्रेन ट्यूमर है. या ही एड्स अनदर लेयर. एंड सो देन शाहरुख सेज कि ओके कूल, मैं सब समझ गया, मैं आपकी बेटी के सर से लव मैरिज का भूत उतार दूंगा, ठीक है. तो ऑफ कोर्स लाइक भूत कैसे उतारते, तंत्र विद्या करके, उसे समझा के, काउंसलिंग करके नहीं, क्योंकि काउंसलिंग करके कैसे समझाओगे, इवन यू नो दिस इज रॉन्ग. सो देन इसलिए प्यार में फंसाओ और फिर उसका दिल तोड़ दो, यू नो, दैट्स द ओनली थिंग मेन नो. So then some men have been doing that for free, I'm just saying. So then फिर वो उसका दिल उसको प्यार में गिराता है by, and how he does that, okay, he finds the weirdest way to make her fall in love with her. So he pretends to be a visually challenged guy, okay, वो उसको पार्टी में मिलता है, वहाँ पे वो नाच रहा है गाने के ऊपर, okay, boobs को almost touch कर रहा है. So
there is a boob joke later on also when he tries to protect her while he's getting fired on. He's like, what the fuck, dude? Anyway.
So then फिर बाद में finally Twinkle she falls in love with him. But even then उधर भी कि उसको आंखों का ऑपरेशन करना है, okay, and Twinkle is like, okay, I'll pay for it. So इधर Twinkle का दरिया दिली दिखाई दे रहा है, okay, it is like very different from the gold digger trope. So that was very nice. So then she pays for the operation and all, and then बाद में of course like she later finds out कि oh नहीं, ये तो धोखा था, oh my god, तुमने मेरा दिल तोड़ा. And then फिर बाद में शाहरुख feels a little bad कि he broke her heart, and he also realizes he loves her, but then we don't hear about her for the next 45 minutes, 1 hour of the movie. And so meanwhile, juxtaposed with this plot is
juxtapose.
Yeah.
Like there are 4 subplots.
juxtaposed with this plot.
Juxtapossessed.
Juxtapossessed with this plot is the plot of another politician, Gayatri. One
What do you mean
politician.
another politician? That's the only politician.
One politician, Gayatri Bachchan, very
Yeah.
believable name.
Bachchan
So,
साहब ने दूसरी शादी कर ली क्या?
Yeah.
You know why they named her Bachchan, right?
Why?
Because वो बच्ची का उन लोग को misunderstanding करा था.
of
That's the
course,
one.
Oh yeah, yes. तो गायत्री बच्चन जो पॉलिटिशियन है वो काफी नेक पॉलिटिशियन है, सो दैट्स हाउ यू नो दिस इज फिक्शन. तो वो जो पॉलिटिशियन होती है, शी इज वेरी नाइस एंड दैट्स हर प्रॉब्लम, क्योंकि वो अच्छे काम करे और उसका जो पति है हरामजादा, उसको ही डजंट लाइक.
Spoiler alert, by the way. It's revealed that the husband is haramjada like
later on. Yeah.
2/3 into the film. हाँ.
Yeah. So then वो confusion हो रहा होता है कि yeah, actually you were right, this movie is too complicated.
You
इसके
did
बाद
not.
का is impossible.
You did
Yeah.
not mention the kidnapped girl at all.
Kidnap girl. Yeah, so I realized कि fuck, ये दोनों साथ, ये ऐसे दो लोग को साथ में बोलना पड़ेगा वो समझाने के लिए. But
So
yeah.
you must be wondering, oh my God, Abbas Mastaan are such layered filmmakers. They wrote such a complex plot and they pulled off a movie. But that's not true. Like every Abbas Mastaan film, this was also a rip-off. And I made a list of the film that they've copied things from. Okay,
Wow.
so this Baadshah borrows from a film called Nick of Time.
Yeah, just the climax.
Which is where the assassinating the politician
Yeah.
plot comes from. There was a Telugu remake of Nick of Time called Pape Na Pranam, which also they copy from. They copy the action scenes from Rush Hour, especially the door wala whole thing. From Rush Hour and another Jackie Chan film called Mr. Nice Guy.
वो shoes वाला ना, चढ़ने वाला.
Yes.
हाँ.
And they borrow from a film called If Looks Could Kill, which is about the confusion between the two secret agents.
Oh.
And of course they spoof the spy genre of James Bond and whatever else.
See, I
throughout.
feel if you are taking inspiration from so many movies, so it means तुम्हारा अपना दिमाग भी काफी use हुआ है.
I want to
करने
come.
के लिए.
Yeah, I
I
want to
agree.
come to that.
ऐसे तो हम सब inspire हैं.
But I wanted, as the oldest person on this podcast,
Oh, wow.
I have to say I was 11 years old in 1999, and I saw this film in the theater. And this film actually was not a hit. It was an Eid release or a Bakrid release. I don't remember exactly. But this film underperformed, and I remember watching even Andaz Apna Apna in the theaters.
And even
So
that didn't do
that
well.
didn't
no?
do well.
Yeah.
But when I saw it in the theater with the few people who were in the theater, they were really enjoying it. Andaz Apna Apna as well as this one.
Yeah.
So you could almost sense that, later on this film is going to get more popular as it comes on TV and everything, which is what happened.
But why didn't the word of mouth work in this movie?
I think this film was a little too out there, too
I feel like all the
bizarre.
genres were I think all the genres were mixed up. Like it started with comedy and then at some point they were like चल अभी हंसी मजाक हो गई अभी थोड़ा प्यार दिखाते हैं and then they were like चल अभी प्यार छोड़ना अभी थोड़ा thriller crime दिखाते हैं.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Like if you it was everything in one. Maybe they tried to do too much.
I think
that
maybe
point.
because कोई plot समझा नहीं पा रहा होगा लोगों को, इसलिए word of mouth didn't work.
Or I don't know if comedy action was like a thing
Exactly.
in Bollywood.
I think Shahrukh was trying. He had Kuch Kuch Hota Hai and I think Dil To Pagal Hai, the two previous.
Also, he was big, no?
He
at
was
that
really
time.
big, yeah. So I
why
think
not?
an out and out comedic role for Shahrukh
Ah.
was a little hard for people to digest back in '99.
But he
So-
did so well, man.
I
loved him.
in
Yeah,
this
it was
Yeah.
great.
And he had fun ऐसे देख
Yeah.
रहा था.
So about
Thank you.
Oh yeah, those things.
so you already have given your semi verdict that it has aged well.
Yeah.
Urjita, you also more or less enjoy the film.
Of course.
Yeah. And
20% of my personality is inspired
Oh yours
from
too.
this. Yeah.
and you both, before we started rolling, you were like, Abbas must have hated this film because it's
Yeah.
fucking elitist and
No, I think
all
you liked
that.
it. I would like to change my opinion.
I really liked it.
Nice. See, you like it if you like. You have to yes and the creator. You
Yeah,
have to be
Yeah.
totally,
पता है,
yes,
चलना,
yeah,
चलना, चलना. ये देख ये scene छोड़ना.
Exactly. I mean, the confusion of the second half did not matter to me at all
Yeah.
because I'm like, dude, I'm enjoying
Yeah,
whatever
you're
I'm
laughing.
watching. Yeah.
And whatever Shahrukh is doing, like
Oh, for
just
sure.
the जैसे ये क्या है, free है, तो मुझे
Oh, that
Dude,
scene.
and for me, the lead pair of this film are not Shahrukh and Twinkle Khanna, it's Shahrukh and
Shahrukh
Johnny
and
Lever.
Johnny,
Bro,
yeah.
they have a chemistry way above anybody else. And
which is also what Shahrukh thinks.
oh really?
So in an interview, Coffee with Karan interview, तो उसने as in it was like a side thing. उसको पूछा था शाहरुख को कि who's a favorite co-star. So then this was like a quiz for Gauri कि शाहरुख क्या बोलेगा, and she said Kajal and he said Johnny Lever. He just surprised everyone.
But they do have good chemistry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have to
yeah,
say.
I just want to make some comparisons here. So the chief minister. By the way, this film starts with like villains plotting to kill the chief minister of Goa, who is named Gayatri Bachchan. And if you remember, Urjita, this is a pattern in 90s movies. We've seen Gupt and Main Khiladi Tu Manadi both open with a villain conference where they start. So I like in 90s movies they laid upfront what the villain's motives was.
But also at the same time, even I kid you not, मैंने मूवी इतनी बार देखी टीवी पे, एंड अभी जब भी इस शो के लिए मैंने देखी वापस, वो फर्स्ट 10 minutes मुझे याद ही नहीं, मैंने देखा ही नहीं था, and it didn't make any difference. The first 10 minutes is written in such a way that तुम बाद में भी देखोगे तो नहीं फर्क पड़ेगा.
There's a lot of explanation repeatedly.
Exposition इतना होता है.
For me, the film, as I remember, started from the club scene. Same. Amrish Puri, who plays the main villain, goes to Gayatri Bachchan to get an approval done for something, I think. And he offers to pay her a bribe of 30 crores. And his thing, and by the way, that deal is the most awkward deal because in Gayatri Bachchan is like 40 crore मैं आपको दूंगी अगर आप मुझे अपना हाथ और पैर मुझे दे दें. I was like, this is a weird deal where they're asking body parts. But the thing
No, but explain why. So when she says, when she says that 40 crore आपको मैं दूंगी अगर आप मुझे आपका एक हाथ एक पैर दोगे, and he's like, ये कैसी बेतुकी सी बातें कर रही है आप, and she's like कि आपकी केमिकल फैक्ट्री के गलत मशीनों की वजह से जो इतने 500 लोगों की जान गई है, 500 लोगों को इंजरीज हुई है.
मेरे को बाड़ा मैं बोला कि
No, but that's I think that was like a comparison to the Bhopal gas tragedy, I think, where in reality nobody was the person responsible for the thing never went to jail. So I think this was like a way to sort of get back at that for that.
I have a trivia question. Okay, so I have a trivia quiz. Okay, जिसमें basically
it's back.
It's back. Trivia quiz basically जिसमें it is designed to make you fail. So I do this just to show off my knowledge. It has got nothing to do with you.
Just say the fact.
तो ये it's a question, okay? कि ये जो outline है कि गवर्नमेंट ने गलत पार्ट्स खरीदे, गलत मशीन खरीदे, पुअर क्वालिटी, इसकी वजह से जान जाती है. ये और कौन सी मूवी में दिखाया है? It also has something to do with the chief minister. But in that case, chief minister is the one जिसने cheap parts खरीदवाए थे. नहीं. No, but
was it like one of these new ones? Ajay Devgan?
No.
No idea.
No.
Industrialists bought faulty
machinery. CM is involved in that.
CM is involved.
Is there a coal mine involved?
No. Okay, it's a serious movie only. It's a very we have covered it.
What?
Yeah, we have covered it.
Abbas, you should know.
Serious movie?
Yeah.
We've covered it. Which deals with a CM. Yuva?
No. Okay, बोल दूँ?
बोल दे.
रंग दे बसंती.
Oh yeah.
What were the faulty parts in that?
No, but isn't he the home minister in that?
No, he's a chief minister.
I'd like to check on that. I think it's the home minister.
It's home minister.
Yeah. But yeah, basic outline kind of the same.
But coming back.
Yeah, so and Gayatri Bachchan is called Rajmata. It's like ये state की Rajmata, which is what Vasundhara Raje's mother, when she was CM of Rajasthan, used to be called.
Oh.
So then, of course, we go to the club scene.
Yeah.
And dude, I don't know what to say. Like, I love everything about that scene. First of all, Shahrukh Khan gets the hero entry. And everything from the faulty chashma to the way Johnny Lever is performing in that scene. Chacha, Mama, Mamu. All of that. Dude, it's so well done. And then at one point, Razak Khan comes in and he's like, Manik Chand ka naam suna hai. And one of his like, Roz tukte.
I love that kind of humor, dude. I love it. That toying humor. It's just there and it's gone. I love it.
Which brings me to my larger sort of point about this film and also like in general. We always accuse Bollywood of stealing Hollywood films, right? Hollywood plots. My thing is, if you take it and add things like these, like there is no Johnny Lever doing Chacha Mamu in the Hollywood film.
Of course not. There's no Manik Chand joke.
What do you guys think about that? Like, should we let go of that whole thing about Bollywood copy karta hai? Because if you're taking that raw material and adding your masala to it.
Oh, I think it's still technically inexcusable, but I excuse it. You know what I mean? Like I'm okay with it.
Right.
मैं नहीं देखने वाला Nick of Time अभी जाके. मैं बादशाह देखूंगा because मैं ज़्यादा enjoy करूंगा. So like if you see technically, is it fair? No. I think it's still wrong. As a writer, if I did that, I wouldn't be proud. But
Okay. Even if you change it enough to make it your own?
if it's an adaptation or something where matlab, like an official remake or something, theek hai. But ये ऐसा, it just feels sneaky to me.
Okay.
Like बहुत सारा, and you're hoping that people don't notice. And now like even Burfi type ka cheese, you notice it when like you see that video
Of Charlie Chaplin, yeah. Charlie
of
Chaplin.
all those, not even just Charlie Chaplin, a bunch of things.
Hmm.
So yeah, for me it's a bit sneaky. I wouldn't
Okay.
want to write something like that unless it was like an official remake. कोई और country का like some film is remade here for this, and you know that it's a adaptation, then it's fine. Of
Okay.
course you act. Of course there's talent involved, skill involved in writing it.
Hmm.
But
It really depends on how much of the plot they copy and also what
Yeah.
genre.
yeah.
Like if it is thriller, then of course तुम पूरा plot ही copy करना पड़ेगा. But if it is like थोड़ा सा ही तुमने उठाया, like I think something like a Fault in Our Stars जो दिल बेचारा के साथ किया, उन्होंने out and out पूरा plot उठाया.
Okay, हाँ.
पूरे plot उठाने की जरूरत नहीं थी. They could have just taken the idea कि लड़की मरने वाली होती है, फिर बाद में
Yeah.
लड़का मर जाता है. I know I've just
Spoiler alert.
butchered the plot. But ऐसा basic अगर तुम उठा के बाकी सब change कर दो, then I think it's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, personally I excuse it. I wouldn't want to write it. And if anyone asks me सही है गलत,
Okay, so what are the situations in which you would excuse it?
as long as I'm enjoying it.
Okay.
Because I'm I'm not that righteous enough to think कि ये गलत है नहीं करूँ. मैंने enjoy किया. I'm okay with it. I
Okay.
mean, it's just a selfish way of thinking of it. But I know I won't see the 1987 movie and be like, yeah, Baadshah ruined this for me. No, I know I'll enjoy Baadshah more.
Right.
But in general, if I see like an old Bollywood movie with a great plot, I just assume कहीं से उठा है. ये अपना दिमाग तो नहीं है. ये वो समझ में आ जाता है कभी.
See, that's the problem, right?
Yeah.
That's where that problem comes in. Which is why I feel it's unfair to Bollywood, like other people who are creating, because it's that thing कि ये Bollywood ने उठाया ही होगा. So that's where I think where it's a bit like I wouldn't want to be a part of it. I'll still enjoy it.
Okay.
But yeah.
So I wanted to do this towards the end, but since we are on that topic, I wanted to bring this up that क्योंकि मैं झूठ नहीं बोलता, Baadshah, couple of other 90s films we've seen, it's just that, right? Like Baadshah also, I'm enjoying it despite knowing it's copied. क्योंकि मैं झूठ नहीं बोलता, I'm enjoying it despite being copied. So the Bollywood comedy film seems to be going extinct. Like we were trying to remember what's the last funny new film we saw, and the only one we could come up with was 3, which was still some 2-3 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And that's all like a rarity that came out.
Correct. Yeah.
Why do you think so? The question in my head was like, were we better at copying than doing original ideas? Or is it that we just don't have comedic actors like Johnny Lever or Kadir Khan and those likes?
Rajkumar Rao is really good, I feel.
But then again, he's more of in the hero mode. He's a hero who also does comedy, like Shahrukh Khan.
Right.
Where are the Johnny
Side
Lever, Kadir
characters.
Khan type
वो
characters?
character actors, I don't think
The only one I could think of was Pankaj Tripathi.
Deepak Dobriyal.
Again, is he as prominent? Is he purely a comedic actor?
I mean, he can be.
He can be.
Yeah.
But he's not in the movie purely for comedy.
No, in Tanu Weds Manu he was.
In that movie.
Yeah.
Pankaj Tripathi, you think is you think of him as a comedy actor first?
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
Like when he's on stage, he's on screen, there is something which will make me laugh.
Okay, got it. But not in the same vein as Johnny and all.
Not in the same, but that's what I'm saying. That's the closest person I can think of. Or the other thing then is you put a Kapil Sharma in a movie or something like that. But even now he's also doing serious movies with Zulgato.
And also he can't I don't think he'll be okay with doing side character roles now.
Right.
Like the way Johnny Lever was.
So then does that mean we've evolved to a point where Bollywood does not
Is there more pressure on films now? Like maybe just a theory, like maybe back then you could rely on star power. Right. So you know कि शाहरुख है, ट्विंकल है, जॉनी है, all the stars, लोग बहुत अच्छे actors हैं इसमें, लोग देख ही लेंगे. So maybe they can experiment because it felt like people were really chilling and having fun on Baadshah. Right. And maybe right now they don't they feel like they have to give it more gravity, keep people hooked because of whatever lower attention spans and.
In fact, I was thinking the second half of Baadshah, the whole intelligence thing and secret agent. Yeah. I'm like, dude, you extract all the humor from this. This could be Pathaan. You send a secret agent to carry out a mission, and he's there. He's mixed.
पठान में भी तो ह्यूमर है. उसने अरे रूबल्स को बूबल्स के साथ राइम किया है.
Sure, but do you have like a larger take on that as someone who writes comedy and non-comedy stuff?
Yeah, I wouldn't pitch something like that. I was just thinking I wouldn't pitch something like Baadshah because I know it would get rejected. Like, you know
Okay.
what I mean? I feel like it's too silly to be approved now. So
Okay.
I don't know if it's just a me thing or I haven't met the right people, but I feel like अगर मैं comedy भी लिख रहा हूँ, I know I'll have to. It can't be just a comedy that makes no sense from start to end और कुछ भी हो रहा है. I don't know if that could happen.
This is also something I also mentioned this point, like similar point कि मैं अभी जितने भी कॉमेडी मूवीज देखती हूँ जो हमको तभी बहुत पसंद आते थे, ऐसे ही इलॉजिकल टाइप, आई कैन जस्ट इमेजिन कि ये जोक मैं एक प्रोड्यूसर के सामने मार रही हूँ एंड द प्रोड्यूसर गोइंग क्या जोक क्या है.
Yeah, 100%.
सो इट एंड नो मैटर लाइक अभी वी आर स्टैंड अप कॉमेडियंस, हमारा डिलीवरी भी अच्छा है, वी कैन हमने जोक लिखा है तो हम भी अच्छे से मार भी सकते हो. या एंड वी हैव आल्सो डन दैट रूम्स में भी, राइटर रूम्स में भी हमने इतना बार ट्राई किया है, बट देन इट्स जस्ट क्या फनी है इसमें.
So you're saying Abbas Mastaan didn't have to pitch jokes to Bharat Shah to be like, they just have to tell Bharat Shah, sir, Shahrukh है picture में,
Shahrukh है,
Twinkle Khanna है,
yeah,
Amrish Puri है,
Simpler.
Yeah.
picture hit हो जाएगा.
But like answering your question, I feel like maybe this could be the reason why we don't have any side comedy characters anymore, because we didn't value them enough when we still had them.
Right.
Like हर एक एक्टर पे तभी प्रेशर था कि अगर तुम बड़े एक्टर बने, लीड एक्टर बने नहीं तो फिर तुम्हारा कोई फ्यूचर नहीं है इंडस्ट्री में. So like even now
Actors were more contenting taking those roles than they would be today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they thought that हाँ ठीक है, this is fine, but of course like Bollywood it never really appreciated comedy as a genre.
Right.
तो and I remember अक्षय कुमार ने भी एक अवार्ड शो में बोला था कि लोग when people think of a hero, people always think of Shahrukh Khan क्योंकि वो serious roles करता है, romantic roles करता है. मैंने उससे ज़्यादा movies किए, मैंने comedy movies किए, and people always think of me as a comedian actor. कि अरे आसान होता है क्या comedy करना? रुलाना तो आसान होता है, तुम हंसा के दिखाओ लोगों को. So which also like honestly it makes sense.
अभी हम रो ही रहे हैं पहले उसकी फिल्में देख के. Just putting it out there.
तुम देख रहे हो उसकी फिल्म?
कौन देख रहा है उसकी फिल्म?
Man, I saw Bachchan Pandey, bro. It was not funny at all.
Are they all supposed to be comedy now?
उसमें उसको एक मेंढक की आँख लगाई है.
They're not supposed to be comedies, but he does do like.
You laugh while watching.
I laugh and cry while watching them.
Yeah.
Let's just run through. So he gets the whole Twinkle Khanna thing happens. By the way, I just want to talk about after the whole club scene, when the cops turn up. Baadshah's whole idea of getting out of this is to sing a song and get away from it.
Yeah.
And the lady cop in the song, who then in between the song starts dancing. Later on in the club, when Twinkle Khanna ki entry hoti hai, when she enters with her sahelis, one of the sahelis is the lady cop. I was like, okay.
Oh, अच्छा.
Call sheet पे.
Wow, nice.
Do you have anything to bring up, Urjita?
So ये मैं वही छोटे-छोटे जोक्स ही थे कि एक वही वो वाले सीन में जो कि कुत्ते को देख के बोल रहा है, कुत्ते जी मैं आपसे बहुत डरता हूँ, आपकी पूरी बिरादरी से डरता हूँ.
Yeah.
And then वो कुत्ता thing is brought up again later on
Yeah.
in that face of yeah कि मैं तो हूँ पागल, and the way the guy sings that मैं तो हूँ पागल, मैं तो हूँ पागल.
Dude, honestly, this is one film where I think the actors didn't want pack up to happen, you know,
Yeah.
because
Kind of.
yeah, people say ki take your job, like enjoy your job and all, but like acting is, I mean, you've been on shoots, right? You've been on
Yeah.
sets. It's horrible. They are on like really lots of
Yeah.
pressure. It's just everything is disgusting. But I feel like they had fun. Like everyone had fun.
Yeah.
Even Prem Chopra ka ek do dialogues are just like so hammy and like you know he knows better. This is not bad acting.
Yeah,
this is him
yeah,
just like
obviously.
not giving a shit.
Which is what I think the film almost can't decide whether it wants to be a spoof or not. Where
I would say it's more on a spoof side.
Sure,
for sure.
the whole chipkali jute and all of that is obviously a spoof on James Bond and his gadgetry,
Yeah.
and even stuff like the Prem Chopra character. But sometimes then film becomes really serious, like towards the end, where he has to assassinate the chief minister.
That's the best part about comedy movies in Bollywood कि usually like अभी भी हमको brief मिलता है कि नहीं अगर sitcom लिख रहे हो तो फिर start to end वो character टेढ़ा ही होना चाहिए, आप ऐसे सीधा नहीं कर सकते. Okay, no shade to anyone in general, but ये movie में आप खुद ही देखो छुप छुप के, have you seen छुप छुप के Bandia movie you have no छुप छुप के बादशाह movie में serious tone भी है.
A movie I didn't quite rate highly.
Yeah.
But okay.
He didn't like छुप छुप के. So
But she gave it 9.
Strong opinions. Achha,
You have the correct opinion. You don't have strong opinions now.
Yeah.
But talking about being fun on set, the club scene the day it was shot, Johnny Lever's dad had a major surgery. So Abbas Mastaan felt that there's something off
Yeah.
with Johnny Lever during the takes. So they asked him, and he told them that today was a big surgery day for my dad. So they told him that you could have cancelled the shooting. But then Johnny Lever was like, no, I committed to this. So then I had to show up and do that. So yeah, guys, behind every comedian is a tragedy, as you can tell from
And
all three of us.
Abbas has read IMDb trivia because I came across
this, and also Abbas Mastaan told this story on.
Achha.
Do you guys remember there used to be a show called Jeena Isi Ka Naam Hai,
Yes.
hosted by Farooq Sheikh?
Yeah.
So उस Johnny Lever वाले episode में Abbas Mastaan came and told this story,
Oh.
and Abbas Mastaan also said that they just cast Johnny Lever in every movie regardless of whether he had a role or not, and then they would write the scene on the day of the shoot.
Wow.
So you can imagine how much Johnny Lever must have improvised in the whole thing.
I have one question for you.
Yeah.
Would you guys prefer if this movie never got serious and like even
I would, yeah.
those few moments you
I
would prefer
would.
it would always stick
Always
to or be
stick,
comedy?
yeah.
No, I don't care. For me, story is more important. If your story
Achha.
requires the movie to become serious, sad, whatever.
But even if
then
it's
I
like
don't
chalo
care.
masti ho gayi abhi
So like
serious, that's
Andaza
what-
Apna Apna, right?
Haan.
Never gets serious.
Never gets serious.
Same tone throughout, and it works for the film. I think something like that would have worked even more for Baadshah.
I mean Baadshah got serious also not that much but like
Yeah.
it's had those moments.
Yeah.
But even in those serious moments like Shahrukh jab fight kar raha hai tabhi he's like I don't know what voiceover studio mein kaise but like every fight he's like like even in the most serious
Right,
fights,
right.
that noise you make जब भी कोई बच्चा आपको टपली मार के भागता है and like I mean he has to know that
Can you
he's
tell
not
we've
gonna
been bullied as kids, guys?
he has to know that he's like this is not a real proper
Yeah,
movie.
yeah,
this is
yeah,
like just
yeah.
them having
Yeah.
fun. which
Yeah,
is what I
because
like.
Shahrukh didn't fight the way he fought in Josh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, yeah.
exactly.
So,
Yeah.
that, yeah.
No, this film does that. It breaks the tension every time it gets serious.
Yeah.
But still, I think it's not an all-out spoof. Because if you remember when the title card comes, it has that man blowing on a gun thing in a hat. I was like, oh, it's a straight rip-off of James Bond. So like it's going to be like Austin Powers. Like it's just going to be a
Yeah.
straight-up spoof. Which it wasn't, which is okay. But I would have
Yeah.
preferred.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the whole thing of Baadshah's office being this floating
Oh, man.
which can become anything you want.
Yeah.
Was that idea taken from anywhere?
It's a common enough idea, but I think they did
No,
it
it's
quite
not.
well.
Have you seen it before? Because I haven't.
Yeah.
Me neither.
So if you also haven't seen it, if you also haven't seen it, and if that is an original idea, then फिर बाकी सब माफ.
Yeah.
बाकी सब माफ. वो बहुत ही creative है.
No,
तुम
it's
सोचा
okay.
ये जो है ये पीछे जाके kitchen बनेगा.
बहुत सही था.
It is
I
a
liked
great
it.
idea.
Can I make again now you people will say I'm elitist or whatever.
No, no.
But it's something they do on Saturday Night Live, right? कि वो set कुछ भी बन जाता है. Like in the studio, it becomes anything. So they just applied that whole thing to what if there was a secret agent who literally had a office which could do that.
But that faking thing was good. I liked
It was good. It
Yeah.
worked.
Bill Clinton
I
का
mean-
secretary Clint Eastwood, उसका फोन आया.
But
Bill
to be
Clinton
honest,
के
if you're
secretary.
comparing that with SNL,
Yeah.
तो वो तो हमारे plays में भी होता है ना बहुत पहले से.
हाँ,
Same
sure,
stage
so-
है उसको अलग करके
Right. So I
करना.
don't
But
think the
this is-
idea was unique, but it was
हाँ.
done very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say. And the fucking just bizarre thing where he's floating on a sofa when he's coming in. He's coming from under the ground. It's like, really funny.
But what is up with Johnny Lever shaking?
Oh, he's trying
Because-
to be the Pasi doctor.
हाँ, he's trying to be the original doctor.
Oh.
ये बादशाह का किधर है? ये बादशाह का ऑफिस किधर है?
Oh yeah. Oh shit. I didn't notice that.
So,
Every
yeah.
other character, like a side character, has one comedy trait they've given.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's
yeah,
one
yeah.
line. ये क्या करेगा? Like the first manager, ये गाएगा.
Hmm.
And by the way, that line from Johnny, that was my favorite dialogue. कि इनकी तारीफ, ये तारीफ के काबिल नहीं. I laughed so hard to pause. Dude.
And then he does something, and then later on he says, "बोला था ना तारीफ के काबिल नहीं है."
And even कि बादशाह यहाँ काम करते हैं, बादशाह यहाँ के मालिक है, वो यहाँ के बिल्कुल काम नहीं करते.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Even the Manik Chand, his mustache has a thing like what's the
लटकती है.
on his
आपकी personality टपक रही है.
मतलब दिख रही है.
Even his father, very fucking funny. वो बोलता है मेरे पिताजी बहुत ही handsome रईस थे. And then you cut to a picture of a not
That same guy.
Yeah, the same guy. हाँ. वो जो कि बाद में literally in the next scene he's playing the nurse. Nurse is the receptionist.
Yeah.
And you see even in Twinkle Size you see like कि एक तो उसने कैमरा ऐसे शिफ्ट होता है, you see him smile at her and she looks at him.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I was also, whenever you watch a comedy film from the 90s, you look out for like homophobic jokes or transphobic jokes, and I was like, kuch na kuch to rahega. Surprisingly, not there.
Not there.
Even in this opening song, Main To Hoon Pagal, there's a scene where there's a group of transgenders who show up in the song, and I'm like, ab to ye log kuch to karenge.
Yeah.
But he doesn't. He just starts dancing with them. So
Yeah.
I thought that was quite good for 1999. I want to talk about one more. There is literally a scene where a guy slips on a banana peel in this movie.
Yeah.
So like that's how broad the humor that they've
Yeah.
kept for this. Okay, we'll take a quick break. We're still in the first half an hour of the movie, so we'll fast forward to the other things, and we'll rate some performances and know some more from Dhruv what he thought of the film. We'll see you on the other side of this break. Hey, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Cock and Bull, Cyrus and myself, that's Abbas, are joined by author Sagar Makwana to talk about his latest book, Be You Now. And we also discuss the story of a first-time flyer lighting a beedi on an airplane. On Paisa Vaisa, Anupam talks to Ramesh Ranganathan, CEO at Keraheja Corp. They discuss buyer behavioral patterns in real estate, the perennial question of buying versus renting property, and more. On The Wire Talks, Siddharth Bhatia talks to former External Affairs Minister Salman Khurshid. They spoke about the Congress's victory in Karnataka elections and does the party have a strategic plan for the upcoming general elections. On Pulyabazi, Khyati, Saurabh and Pranay discuss how India should develop policy expertise in electronics manufacturing and emerge as an alternative to China in global supply chains. And on Explain Like I'm 10, Meghnad is joined by business journalist Aparajita Sharma and myself, comedian Abbas Momin, to try and answer the question, what is capitalism? Once again, don't forget to visit our merch store on ivmpodcasts.com. We have some exciting stuff for you. Follow us on social media via IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and LinkedIn. If you like our shows, please spread the word, tell your friends, and don't forget to rate and review them wherever you're listening. You'll also find all our shows on youtube.com/IVM Podcasts. And finally, we would like to thank our sponsors this week, Cash Free Payments and HDFC Mutual Fund. Thank you for making this possible. And we're back on Has It Aged Well. We're talking about Baadshah with Urjita and our guest Dhruv Deshpande. I just wanted to point out there is that horrible CGI scene where he breaks a glass and escapes in the beginning. And then I like how they addressed it when Johnny Lever is giving the breakdown of all the things he had to spend.
That scene.
Whereas like the specifics of being a private agent that he has
It's
given.
something that I wished like Marvel and DC and all would do.
Yeah.
Superhero movies में पूरा city खराब करे बजे like यहाँ मैंने ये बचा दिया. And like the whole city is in ruins. I mean, I've saved Gotham. Which he does really well.
थोड़ा रियल मोमेंट होना चाहिए ना कि ऐसे
Yeah.
सुपरमैन बोल रहा है यार ये स्पैंडेक्स की चड्डी फिट नहीं आ रही है कुछ तो
No, I love that whole scene because Baadshah is like कितने पैसे कमाए and he's like क्या पैसे कमाए
ये 100 रुपया बचाए रखो है संभाल के.
कार छोड़ा उसका 15,500 भर के आया. It's too
Yeah.
funny. I love joining.
One name that keeps coming back whenever we discuss early 2000s or 90s films is Neeraj Vora, who's also in the film. He plays the gadget scientist,
Yeah.
and he's also co-written the film.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's, I mean, comedic genius, I think. Anything you want to say, Urjita, about that?
About Neeraj Vora,
Yeah.
man, this is the only thing I regret about being young. कि if I was slightly older, तो फिर slightly नहीं थोड़ा और 20 साल older, तो I would have asked,
Watched him,
I
yeah.
watched him and I would have just been like, कि please assistant रख लो sir.
Dude, I'm jealous of him too. Like
Yeah.
I would love to be a writer of like such a movie. Because it feels like writer room, in the writer room, like someone's like, if Urjita and I are writing, three of us, Urjita gives an idea, it's great, we laugh, and then we're like, but yeah, actually,
It won't get approved. Huh?
yeah, that second, but yeah, actually, nahi chalega. That has
That
never
filter.
happened in this.
Yeah.
Like it feels like every idea has been like yes and
Yeah.
har cheez to kiya.
Yeah.
Dude, in Chupke there is a scene where Paresh Rawal has to ask a deaf and mute Shahid Kapoor where he's from, and he's like, "Tu Ratnagiri ka Ratnagiri," and he literally calls Rajpal Yadav Ratna, and then he kicks him, he falls down. Giri.
There is also a scene where Paresh Rawal tells Paresh Rawal is thinking ना कि ये गूंगा बहरा है, and Shahid Kapoor speaks. He's like, सेठ जी को बोल तो गूंगा बहरा है, नहीं सर ये झूठ बोल रहा है, ये एक्टिंग कर रहा है
या बोलने की एक्टिंग कर रहा है.
Oh no.
So yeah, there's just some bizarre things that they were on. That Neeraj Vora did. So yeah, I want to talk about Twinkle Khanna. What did you guys think of her in this?
Oh,
film?
the only character I felt which was like the only bad character I would say, the badly written character, which I mean you would expect like when if I started the movie, I'd know ki like यहाँ पे लड़की would be distraction and like some temptation and khatam on such a movie. So yeah, she fit that bill.
But I feel she fit that bill, and also I feel like her acting wasn't jarring.
Oh yeah.
So I liked her.
I liked her acting for sure. Character nahi, but acting for sure.
Acting was really nice.
And also it was like funny because I just realized that she's meant to be a hot person. Like abhi jab main dekha, because मैं 10 साल का था तभी देखा था, and like it never struck me as she's hot. I was like यार ये क्यों अरे बादशाह भाई के बीच में.
अच्छा.
But
you were 6 years old. Did any?
No, 10.
10. Acha, you were 10 when you saw that.
Still I didn't. I think that was too young for me.
No, but 10 is fine. Hot
Then it's like
नहीं समझ में आता.
मुझे इससे ना शादी करनी है. Not like ये hot है.
Aww.
I mean,
Wow, okay. Like he would take her to meet his mom, but not take her out on a date.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not on a date, but like let's talk about life and stuff.
I would like to read out a
Cut that
rediff. No, keep it in. Dhruv Deshpande, very much a married man. There was a review from rediff.com which came out when the film was released, and the reviewer said Khan has performed very well, so has Twinkle and her navel, which was in full view right through the film.
Oh wow.
Oh God, I would be so mad if somebody said that about me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing they change about her character is they give her short hair when it moves to Goa.
And she
I'm
looks
like,
nice
okay.
in that too.
Sure, I'm not denying that.
But that flip was a bit weird to me because like she was this complete moron first.
Yeah.
Who
And
fell for
suddenly,
like random, and now she's like this CBI ki detective ki assistant. What was she, by the way?
she was the CBI officer's behan.
But why was she doing this? Like usko
Because
apna naam
I guess again I'm filling up the holes that the plot makes, where Deepak Tijori's character just fills her in about things because he's doubtful about his own survival because he's a CBI officer.
Oh, by the way, I loved the first scene of Deepak Tijori because like it was a crucial point where this important character is gonna die, but while doing something important by like arresting those two people.
Yeah.
So like I could imagine the writers thinking ki kya kare, how do we give this much information, and they did it by just the guy asking CBI officer Deepak Tijori and that's it. Like that's the whole intro.
And that was a surprise, by the way. He was not in any of the promotion or trailers. So
it was a big deal, what, to have a
not
Deepak
a big
Tijori.
deal, but Abbas Mastaan had worked with Deepak Tijori a lot. He was in Khiladi and a couple of other films. So I think, if I'm not wrong, that role was offered to Akshay Kumar. And
Deepak Tijori's role.
we've done a lot of films where things get offered to Akshay Kumar and then he says no. Yeah, that one role. I think he thought it was too small for him or something.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, he didn't do it.
Wasn't it just like a special appearance?
It was.
एक
Yeah.
दिन आके चले जाओ.
एक तो दिल तो पागल है मैं already कट गया था अक्षय भाई का. You know he was there for a cameo, right? In
And
Dil To
got
Pagal
cut?
Hai.
Like he
No,
didn't?
no,
He was
there,
in the
but it
movie.
was very
Oh, yeah,
inconsequential.
Akshay bhai ka cut gaya tha.
Yeah, actually.
Got it.
Urjita, you have some trivia about this film.
Yeah, I do. तो ये दो questions है जो
Sure.
मुझे पूछने हैं. Okay. Are you ready for it, Dhruv?
Yeah, sorry.
Yes. Yeah. Wow, Dhruv, you're so decent.
I'm ready.
So I have been playing like games like these with Dhruv since a long time. That is, he's like हाँ चलना मुझे मालूम है.
मुझे मालूम है कि मुझे नहीं आने वाला.
मुझे नहीं, but this is fun. Okay.
Okay.
So the first question कि there is a classic Francis Ford Coppola movie reference.
Director of The Godfather, no big deal.
Yeah. So his movie has been referenced in the in Baadshah at some point. Can you tell me which point?
हाँ, Godfather.
Godfather.
But when?
Casino में.
तुमने Godfather का नाम सुना है?
Yes.
मैं वो नहीं
correct.
हूँ. तुमने Godfather Part 2 का नाम सुना है? मैं वो भी नहीं हूँ. तुमने Godfriend का नाम सुना है? वो मैं हूँ.
Yes, but good, you get 1 point.
Thank you.
And the next question.
Hey, I also said it.
You also said it? Fine.
I
I said the dialogue, bro.
Out किया पूरा.
Yeah, okay. You get 1 point, you
Okay.
get 1.5.
Thank you.
There is a Flintstones reference in the song मैं तो हूँ पागल. Okay, I will read out the lyric and you have to tell me and you have to fill in the blanks. Okay. चांद को कर ले चौकोर तू और सूरज को त्रिकोणा बना ब्लैंक 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 भूल जा अपने घर का पता.
Fred Flintstone जैसे.
सूरज को चौकोर कर.
Flintstones reference.
सूरज को तिकोना बना, चांद को कर ले, चांद को कर ले, बिना पहिए की गाड़ी में चाहिए.
Yes. Fuck.
Dude, that is.
Bro, I know
Yeah.
Baadshah, okay?
Oh my god. रट्टा मारा ये song को.
He gets 2
Yeah.
points for that.
Yeah, man. 10 points, man. Fuck. I didn't expect anyone to get this.
Yeah, and that's like an obscure lyric, not even
Yeah.
like.
बिना पहिए की गाड़ी में चल.
भूल जा अपने घर का पता.
Which was your favorite song? from.
Dude, the music for this film
I loved
bangs.
it.
All songs are great.
Man.
I
And
mean,
वो मेरे
two of them were
रेगुलरली
really good.
रहते हैं मेरे प्लेलिस्ट में
Oh, wow.
बादशाह के गाने. हम तो दीवाने हुए and मोहब्बत की नहीं है.
And didn't you guys feel like the Baadshah title song was like the Dawn title song before Dawn? Like
Yeah.
like Shahrukh Khan's Dawn was like Mujhko
Yes.
Pehchan Lo Main Hu Dawn.
Yeah.
As like Main Hu Baadshah, you know that.
Yeah.
And Shahrukh does that I am awesome songs great.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think
Dude,
he's
that was
just
my
great
like
at it.
bathroom song. मैं वॉकमैन पे लगा के एकदम ऐसा चल मैं भी मस्त हूँ बात करूँगा किसी बंदी से.
किसी बंदी से.
Yeah, I
उसको
loved
मम्मी से
And was
मिलाऊंगा.
all of this was the Abhijit.
Anu Malik.
Oh,
हाँ,
Anu Malik.
Abhijit was the playback singer in most of them.
जिनकी
Anu
आवाज बड़ी है पर आदमी
आदमी
सुअर है.
आवाज में
As a
शांति है,
YouTube
लेकिन-
comment, guys. We're not saying
She's
that.
not saying
Okay,
that.
yeah, it's a YouTube comment. The lyrics were by Sameer and Javed Akhtar. From what I understand, Javed Akhtar just wrote the title song. Rest everything was written by Sameer. So बिना पहिए की गाड़ी चलाए Sameer ने.
ऊंट को क्या ऊंट का क्या बरे देखने जा.
I want to talk about Sharat Saxena, who plays Moti.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
by the way, Sharat Saxena, have you guys seen the Vidya Balan film Sherni that came on Amazon Prime in the
No, I
lockdown?
थोड़ा सा चालू किया था पर बंद कर
Dude,
दिया.
Sharat Saxena has a legit, really good role in
Oh,
that. Like
nice.
he plays a. So the film is about hunting a endangered leopard, and Sharat Saxena plays the villain who wants to hunt the animal, and he's really good in that. Like he's really scary.
Oh.
And I was like, again, giving example of people we didn't appreciate back in the 90s and 2000s who are actually getting meaty roles now.
Yeah.
So I was like, dude, like he had acting chops. It's not like, but he was always the villain's henchman in these kind of films.
And I think around the same time I remember watching this interview of Sharat Saxena जिसमें वो बता रहे थे कि हमको भी एक्टिंग करनी थी.
Right.
ऐसा नहीं कि लीड बनना था पर
हाँ.
एक्टिंग कर तुम साइड कैरेक्टर ही दे
उसको
दो.
तो हमेशा विलन ही
पर
बनाया. like-
विलेन मतलब ऐसा कि अच्छा कोई तगड़ा नौजवान चाहिए जिसको बॉडी है उठा के फेंकेगा बस ये तुम्हारा रोल है. So he was also like, of course if you do this once or twice you're fine, but if you do that for every movie for the first 10 years of your career, then that of course anybody
he
would
was
get
all
fried.
he was the Kane of Bollywood films.
I loved his intro in this.
I like how Dhruv just shat on my WWF reference. Thanks, man.
Why was he the Kane though?
Because वो कुछ बोलता नहीं है. He just picks up people and throws them.
Dude, Kane का मास्क का स्टोरी क्या था
That's
यार?
true.
My
Yeah.
पूरा
Anyway,
childhood
different
gone.
podcast.
Sorry.
Citizen Kane नहीं.
No, I was saying that I love his intro into it because Amrish Puri ka wow,
Wow, Urjita,
She's
okay, it was
tripping over.
funny. I get it.
wasn't that funny Urjita?
They are laughing.
Oh my god.
Our producers are losing
Losing
their
it,
shit,
man.
guys. So yeah, there are people behind the camera also.
काफी complex stuff हो रहा है यार पीछे.
नहीं इधर ध्यान दे. So you liked
Only this is real.
You liked
Okay.
Moti's
I loved his
introduction.
introduction because it's
ये
like the
काम
only-
किसी कुत्ते का
Oh,
नहीं
I
है.
love it. I love that Amrish Puri
Chief.
is suddenly like cracking jokes here.
Dude, every time he was like that scene where he बच्ची कहाँ हो बाहर आ जाओ. I was like, dude,
हमारी गोद में
हमारी गोद में भी खेलो.
Very weird foreplay dialogue. Foreplay roleplay dialogue.
And then when he on the phone earlier when he tells Viju Khutte, अरे ये तो उसकी गोद में खेल रही है. And then Viju Khutte आजकल politicians का कोई भरोसा नहीं. ये नेता भी ना.
Oh man.
I want to talk about Deepshika Nagpal, who plays Rani, who is Moti's hot
Yeah.
girlfriend. She's like every 90s bad villain gang had this one hot girl
Yeah.
who was usually played by Mamta Kulkarni. This one has Deepshika Nagpal. Do you know who the role was initially offered to?
I know.
Tell me.
Sushmita Sen.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she turned it down, and I think, but it's a pretty big role. Like she has like a good chunk of scenery throughout the film.
I think if Sushmita would have done that role, she would be there on the poster too.
Yes, but I also think then she would get typecast into that vamp role, and then she might
Maybe.
not have been able to.
Yeah, this was a classic vamp.
Vamp,
Full
yeah.
makeup and छोटे कपड़े मतलब खराब वो type का.
Like तुम्हारा बैकग्राउंड म्यूजिक है ऐसे खुला करते हुए लो-fi में.
Yeah.
I love the entire sequence on the plane. I
Oh
think,
man.
dude, that is
Too
so funny. The whole thing, like it's like a little bit into itself,
Yeah.
right? Of people who travel by train traveling in the plane for the first time, and then whatever's happening in the first class.
ए कहाँ लेके जा रहे हो मेरा बैग? अरे सर ये फ्री सर ये सर्विस है. अच्छा फ्री है ना तो लेके जाओ.
No, even that thing of birth ऊपर मत रखो फिर सोएंगे
सोएंगे
किधर.
And the way when Johnny Lever comes and shows the air hostess the ticket and she says, "Ke sir, ये first class है, आपका economy में." And then Johnny Lever just looks at her from top to bottom, first class.
नहीं अरे नहीं हम भी उनके साथ आए आपको समझ नहीं
अरे
रहा
हम
है.
लोग टैक्सी में साथ में हैं.
Yeah.
It's so funny. And then the way they played of the officer वो जो फूल लगाता है, he faints and he faints in a position directly looking at Johnny Lever and Johnny Lever can't come out. All of that is so funny.
Yeah.
I really liked it. Yeah, we're saying, guys, Baadshah was a all-out fun movie.
You have to watch it. Like it's
Yeah.
worth a rewatch, whatever your age. It's too
Yeah.
good.
So very underrated scene in the movie is the exchange between Shahrukh Khan and Twinkle when Twinkle finds out. So Twinkle ka आवाज is 100 and Shahrukh's आवाज is 25. But if you pay attention, he is also responding to each and every dialogue that she is saying. Like Twinkle says कि अंधी तो मैं थी. तो डॉक्टर को बोलना चाहिए था ना. मैंने तुमसे अंधा प्यार किया. सभी करते हैं. He's just responding to each and every accusation and it's just that because it's a serious scene so इसलिए कोई toying music नहीं है तो इसलिए वो जो but फिर भी शाहरुख has to say something right so because he can't act all otherwise if you just cut out his dialogue if you're just looking at her it will look like he's also getting
Feeling
serious.
bad.
Yeah.
He's feeling
Correct.
bad.
Yes.
Yeah. So but man too funny. Yeah.
Any did you guys find that whole arc problematic in terms of like has it aged well in the liberal size?
Twinkle's
Yeah,
arc?
the whole Twinkle and Shahrukh arc.
As in the fact that he betrays her.
The fact that he betrays her and then suddenly he's like, I love you, and like she hates him, and when he says I love you, she's like, क्या कहा तुमने? And like sab khatam. He saw you naked, claiming to be blind, and did all those things, and suddenly he says I love you, and then it's like now I love you too.
But that's because she fell in love with him first, right?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that those feelings never went away.
But don't you
And
feel
I
angry?
think you can have dumb female characters. That is not sexist. It's okay.
Fair
That's
enough. I mean, I still don't think she passes the Bechdel test. If you have
I
to
mean,
like
this
really
film
अरे
fails the
कोई
Bechdel
दूसरी
test
औरत ही
this
नहीं है
time.
तो किससे बात
है ना,
करेंगे?
Rani है ना?
रानी है but
who
वो दोनों का
handles Moti.
conversation नहीं हो रहा
Rani
ना.
probably passes the Bechdel test, dude. Does she?
No, she's either always talking about. Well, I mean, if she's talking about the CM,
Yeah.
then to a man, then it's two women, to a man and a woman talking about another woman.
Yeah.
So that does that
So
pass
she's
the Bechdel
passing
test?
the Delbeck test.
Man, I just want to say the whole doctor thing that Johnny Lever plays, it's fucking hilarious. I know we're going all over the place in the plot, but the whole एक बाकरे का आँख, एक उल्लू का आँख,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
when he says अभी 6 बज जाएगा ना तो मेरे को भी नहीं दिखेगा. Dude, that's so funny.
क्योंकि मेरा भी उल्लू खाया है.
मेरा दोनों आँख बाकरे का आँख है.
But you've got the voice spot on.
I know,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I've been doing this since childhood. But the fact then when he goes inside, then Johnny Lever is pissed off. मैंने पहले बोला था मेरे को डॉक्टर का नहीं जमता है, मैं हमेशा कंपाउंडर बनता हूँ ना. It's such a small
Yeah.
thing, but like, dude,
Yeah.
that's so funny.
And when Shahrukh is like saying कि तेरे को अच्छा नहीं अच्छे से नहीं हो रहा है, and Johnny Lever is like कि आप कभी मेरा तारीफ नहीं करता, आप कभी thank you
क्या
नहीं
वैसा
बोलता
मैं तो
है,
मेहनत करता हूँ.
मैं इतना मेहनत करता हूँ.
And he's
That's
doing
so
that while
bad.
lighting his cigarette. Dude, they're so
Yeah.
funny. And then he says 5,000 extra लगेगा because he's greedy for that money, man. We didn't talk about the Akhrot thing on the film where we are covering the
yeah.
Akhrot thing. We've mentioned the Akhrot test in other episodes of other
It
films.
was a classic show don't tell wala thing.
हाँ.
बिना बोल के.
Yeah, actually.
It was like you just do it and it's like प्यार हो गया. I mean, I liked it.
पर ये आइडिया कहाँ से आया रहेगा? किसी ने तो ये
See, that's an
try
original
किया.
idea.
That's
That I
an
don't think
original
I've seen
idea.
It's original
anywhere.
because it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Guys, don't try it at home. आईना टूट जाएगा.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like किससे प्यार है मुझे? कौन दिखा था?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was very nice. The way Shahrukh finds out. Because literally like 2 seconds before he says कि चलो at least ये एक ऐसा business deal था जिसमें हमारा कोई नुकसान नहीं हुआ.
दिल का नुकसान?
दिल का नुकसान, yeah.
Yeah. Also, I remember, so Abbas Mastaan films always had this twist, right? Like when it's revealed that it's actually Gayatri Bachchan's husband who's been plotting the whole thing of assassinating her. I remember as an 11-year-old, it blew my mind. I was like, oh, what a plot twist,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And Sachin Khedekar has a face for it.
Yeah. By the way, Sachin Khedekar was 20 years younger than Rakhi Gulzar when he played her husband in this film.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's nice.
That's
progressive.
progress.
I don't know if Rakhi looked younger or Sachin Khedekar looked that old.
वो उसका
But
white
yeah.
hair
हाँ,
था,
white
करवाया
given
था,
him
so
white hair,
yeah.
true,
नहीं
yeah.
देख ले, मेरे दिमाग में ऐसा नहीं आया कि हाँ नहीं एज गैप. Like मेरे दिमाग में कभी नहीं आता है, but
That's why I keep asking you when you were young, Urjita. But yeah, the climax, the whole writing with the stalk of the flower thing, I thought was also quite inventive. Like they're showing
Yeah.
all the ways he could have gotten out of the situation,
Yeah.
and they keep making the obstacles, and the whole thing where everybody is in on it. Like the guy who's checking the metal detector is also in on it. The guard, everything. That was, I think, quite well done. Where like, what the fuck do you do when everybody is in on it, but just you?
Oh, and that scene I love his acting when it like he's going to the loo. That whole thing. It's so funny. He's actually a good actor.
He's a
dude.
good actor, man.
I myself don't give him enough credit because like star hai ye wo, but he's a good actor.
And his comedic timing, I think,
Yeah.
is the best of all the three Khans. I mean,
Yeah.
भाई की तो बात ही नहीं करेंगे.
बिकॉज उसको देख के ऐसा नहीं लगता कि मैं दूसरे एक्टर्स का इन जनरल बोल रही हूँ कि
Yeah.
उनको ऐसा डायलॉग स्क्रिप्ट दिया, डायलॉग है, फनी है, बोलना है, ये डायलॉग डन. बट शाहरुख खान डायलॉग
Yeah.
Yeah, he put the physicality to
yeah,
it.
his
Correct.
hands are doing something, his eyes are doing something, like the way even he flicks his hair. I feel like he's just like he's 100% there, like
Yeah.
in the scene. Even when he's not talking, even if he's in the background, like quite literally mannequin वाला scene.
Yeah.
उसमें भी उसको brief मिला रहेगा कि तेरे को खड़ा होना है, नीचे जाना है, खड़ा होना है, नीचे जाना. उसमें भी he's just
Yeah.
कोई जरूरत नहीं थी
Doing a
करने
bunch
की.
of things,
But
yeah.
I love scenes with slaps, man. I know it's like literally slapstick, but I love it. जो वही scene में कान के नीचे होता है, whenever they slap each other, I just lose it. I don't know. It's like my one weakness. I'm supposed to be better than this.
और वो
but-
आवाज आना चाहिए स्लैप का.
हाँ, that
क्योंकि
chang,
किसी
oh,
अब
wow.
आजकल के जो इंडी मूवीज है उसमें ना
हाँ.
स्लैप का आवाज नहीं दिखाया
No,
जाता.
That's
they-
not cool, dude.
वो genuinely
हाँ.
genuinely slap करते हैं and that hurts more
Yeah.
because I'm like this sounds real and I know it is real but like
Yeah.
तुमको ऐसा नहीं लगता कि उनका genuinely काट रहे हो.
हाँ, it should be
actually
humiliating.
slapping.
That thing is proper
Yeah.
humiliation. Like बचपन में I used to think कि तू punch करी तो ऐसे
हाँ,
आवाज आएगा.
actually, yeah.
I
That
used to think
I don't
that.
know. You get satisfaction when you
Yeah.
hear that.
Yeah.
I miss that. Like,
But वो पंच किया तो
Yeah.
ऐसा लगता है बिल्ली को उठा रहे हो क्योंकि
हाँ,
वो you feel
yeah.
the bones and ribs.
speaking of Billy,
Don't
there is
don't ask me how I know this. I've had a dark past, guys.
there is a Billy special appearance in this movie when he's telling
Yeah,
him
yeah.
sad story of how he got blind.
Oh yeah.
What's the name of the Billy? I forgot. Meena.
Meena.
Yes.
Meena, yeah.
And then the cat jumps out. And yeah, towards the end, there's a lot of fighting and this and that. And Saurabh Shukla is in the movie. I was surprised to see him. He was writing Satya around this time.
Oh.
So that was surprising, but yeah.
Oh, sorry. Talking about writing. I think one
The
actually
thing you do
non-ironic.
for a living.
One non-ironic piece of really good writing was that whole. I mean, it started off, you can say problematic, jo bhi, but like that whole cup moving scene. If you notice, they got it back like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
When I wore those X-ray goggles and there was some lady who was naked in front of it,
Yeah.
Rani, or this one is like.
I don't know man what they are. मैंने तो लड़की को देखा भी नहीं है
Yeah.
कभी.
Right.
मुझे तो अच्छी आई बकते हैं.
I don't remember at what point, but I've written in my notes somebody says Honolulu में उनकी handloom की factory.
Someone's father or something like that. Yeah.
This is Shahrukh Khan says this while talking about his handsome Rais father.
Oh right,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Honolulu
same
में
fat
उनकी
dude.
handloom की factory. कौन लिखता है यार ये?
टिम्बकटू में टमाटर का बिजनेस था.
Yeah. It's just funny word कौन सा है.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole thing. So yeah, guys, what we're saying is basically Baadshah was fun, even though it might be copied and lifted and whatever.
Yeah.
We still had fun while watching
Just
it.
like forget it and like just be friends with the creators. Just be like,
Yeah.
just look past a few things.
Yeah, and watch the movie with a smile on your face. If you watch it with a
Yeah.
frown, then you won't like anything about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Bachchi. Anything else you guys want to add before we wrap up?
No, that one Prem Chopra dialogue, I can't remember what he said. हाँ, ये मिशन कामयाब होता ही रहेगा. He just looks in the camera. For like a while.
माँ, हम सबकी माँ है.
Oh, I love that. And Shahrukh is crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but which is like the most memed
Yeah.
moment of the
Yeah,
movie,
yeah.
and also most memed scene in Bollywood in general. Ki me when somebody breaks my heart, but I have to go back home to my parents.
Yeah.
Very relatable.
Urjita, anything you want to add before we wrap up?
नहीं अभी तो याद नहीं.
बहुत बात कर ली यार.
बहुत
Okay,
बात कर
Dhruv.
ली.
So, on a rewatchability scale of 1 to 10, 1 being it was a product of its time and has not aged well at all, 10 being I find something new every time I watch.
15. But 9
Big-
-1 just because like if you if you like really, you have to थोड़ा बहुत give them leeway कि चल ना ये next देखते हैं हो जाएगा 2 मिनट में. This is he's just doing it to explain to me because I'm an idiot. So he's just going to explain the plot a few times. Let's just go past it.
Right.
So उसके लिए over explanation is my only non-rewatchable
It's
thing.
called something.
Exposition.
Exposition.
Yeah,
It is full exposition.
Yeah. Urjita, for you?
10 man. This movie
10
is
out of
a
10.
big
There's
part
nothing
of-
wrong with the film.
It's a big part of my childhood and also my personality. It's just I just wanted to be Shahrukh. मुझे बड़े होके वैसे ही बात करनी थी वैसे and I realized that of course it's not viable to go ऐसे ये येड़ा समझेंगे लोग मुझे ऐसा अगर मैं behave करूँगी
एक सेकंड तू जोक मारने के बाद ऐसा करके like you're there, you're close.
Yeah, did Johnny Lever ever do that in the movie?
मैं ऑटो रिक्शा में जा रही हूँ मैडम कहाँ जाना है yeah,
I'd give
10,
it.
10, yeah.
I'd give it a 7. It's a 7 out of 10.
God damn it.
You said you liked the film.
I did. It's funny. 7 is a good score. It's 70%.
If you don't like a film, you give it a 6. What the fuck?
Did you guys, sorry to go back, did you
Yeah.
guys like the very end? The whole like, was it a
Which
bit
one?
too slapstick for you? जो ऊपर से गिर रहा है ये सब कुछ हो रहा है.
It worked.
It
for
worked
whatever the
Yeah.
film was till then. It's not like something really.
Yeah.
unique.
Same. I usually hate those David Dhawan वाला जो होता है हमेशा कि सब कुछ हो रहा है circus हा हा हु. I don't like it, but यहाँ पे it worked for me.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. And also, I this is the one thing that I've noticed that एक तो पहली बात कि even in Govinda movies, Govinda is a funny character, but then I don't think he's cracking self-deprecating jokes on himself. Like बस एक ही बार मैंने देखा है इन क्योंकि मैं कभी झूठ नहीं बोलता जिसमें it is a subtle reference where he's like कि हाँ उस लड़के की हाइट छोटी है तुम पे फिट नहीं आएगा. So and he's saying that to Sushmita Sen.
Yeah.
So like that is the only self-deprecating joke that I've seen him crack. But Shahrukh Khan in this movie, he's like, I'll make fun of myself, I'll make fun of everything. And I feel like he was way more comfortable in his skin in this role than like I've seen
Yeah.
any other comedic actor. एक तो
Yeah.
वो and another point I had was कि because of the first 20 minutes of the movie जो office setup किया उन्होंने जो अलग अलग products है वहाँ पे उसकी वजह से हर चीज़ का धंधा क्या अच्छा चला होगा.
Yeah.
That's just
I'm just agreeing with you.
You're right.
Hey, which reminds me, they name drop Dhirubhai Ambani and Ambani a lot.
Oh
in
yeah,
this movie.
not
Tata
even
Birla
Ambani.
Ambani.
Ambu. He said
Ambu,
Ambu.
yeah.
Ambu. Come
Kemje.
on. Yeah.
but Tata Birla Ambani this combination has been used in many movies.
Yeah.
I know, yeah, but
Even,
then later on, when he's talking on the phone, he talks to specifically
To
Dhirubhai
Ambu,
Ambani.
yeah.
And Bill Clinton ka Monica case. I think that was topical back
that was
then.
topical.
Yeah. Even in Jannat, I remember Jannat is Imran Hashmi movie. उसमें भी ये reference है. Like Sonal Chauhan says to Imran Hashmi कि क्यों तुम मेरे लिए रिंग क्यों खरीदोगे? तुम क्या कोई तुम्हारा सरनेम कोई टाटा बिरला या अंबानी है क्या?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
That's
you're right.
ये तीनों का काफी movies में सुना है ये.
Cool. All right. That brings us to the end of this episode. Thank you so much, Dhruv, for doing this with us and taking time out. I know Urjita said getting you out of Thane is a big task,
Yeah,
but
man,
we
expedition
did it. And you came all the way to Khar to do this, so thank you so much. Any upcoming projects, anything you want to plug that we should look out for?
I mean, it's not like I'm producing it, so
And are you active on social media?
yeah, Instagram.
You would like
I
to
mean, I
go to
talk about
Instagram?
running, so if you want like
That's okay.
run and
Yeah, I
like-
became a fitness freak at some point. I don't know why.
I'm Dhruv Deshpande on Instagram if you're like into running and all because I just talk about that.
Where did that come from? Your love for running?
It helped my writing honestly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean it sounds cliche, but सुबह भागेगा तो शाम को अच्छा आइडिया आएगा. नहीं तो
Hmm.
कभी-कभी वो ऐसा self loathing में चले जाता है. Yeah.
Is that why you don't want to come out of Thane? Because it gives you space to run?
No, I run early in the morning. Yeah. I just don't want to come out of Thane because our city is really bad right now.
Okay.
Everything is dug up and shit, and I'm so happy working from home.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
But the
really-
running thing is true. Like I took inspiration from here, and now I walk because Kalyan में भागने का इतना जगह नहीं है. But yeah, though it genuinely helps.
It helps, it
Yeah.
Right. I sleep, guys. I sleep late. That's why I look the way I am, and my writing is also shit. It's just how it is. Any plans for getting back to stand up, Dhruv?
Not at all.
Okay.
Unless like they start a really good scene in Thane, then yeah, maybe.
हाँ, yeah.
We have backspace.
Yeah, we have backs. I'm kidding. It's really
He
good. It's
said
a nice
really good scene.
No, it's
He
a
said
nice
scene.
one.
No. There, at least 4 और rooms होने चाहिए. for
हाँ,
Thane to
वैसा.
have
Like
a
ऐसा
scene.
मतलब हर बार कुछ तो है. Because backspace if I do it's what once, twice a month.
Right.
Yeah.
फिर
Fair
वो
enough.
link नहीं आता.
Okay. Cool. Urjita, what do you want to plug? Is your stand-up video out yet?
No. Yeah, it will be out. Yeah, it will be out. Yeah.
Bol de.
Yes. I have plugged it so many times now. I feel like I'm jinxing it every time I talk about it. But you can subscribe to my YouTube channel at Urjita Vani. You can also follow me on Instagram at @UrjitaVani. Thank you so much. Love you.
And you can follow me on Twitter at AbbasMomin and AbbasMomin88 on Instagram. And I also have a YouTube channel called Abbas Momin. It has, I think, 292 subscribers at the time of recording. If you want, sure, go ahead.
ए YouTube भी कर सकते हैं क्या? तो मेरा भी देखो YouTube.
हाँ.
मैंने 6 साल पहले से मेघालय और मणिपुर का व्लॉग डाला था. तो वो देख लो.
It's a very nice vlog, very heartwarming.
Yeah.
2017 की अगर आपको नॉस्टैल्जिया हो रहा है तो go ahead and watch that. All right, cool. We'll not take a break. Why am I saying we're going to take a break? We're ending the episode, okay? We're done. So thanks for watching till so far. And we will see you next week with a new movie. Hey guys, it's like what, an hour, 10 minutes in. So thank you for sticking around. And,
I would like to say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, everyone.
We'll see you next week with another movie and a new guest. Till then, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And also, the audio listeners can stick around for the alternate ending.
मैं खुद भूल
Video listeners can fuck off. Bye-bye.